So this is what kills me about Sean Hannity. I was sitting here listening to him, and he was talking about how the the elderly people who were in the nursing homes in New York became ill with COVID because of the fact that New York State, the governor there, was housing COVID patients alongside elderly folks in nursing homes rather than using the ship, the Comfort, or some of these other. And then he goes to Florida and he mentions that how well Governor DeSantis and his policies in Florida have done as far as the elderly are there. And he used the word target, and he was referring to when you target the elderly with protections and you target the elderly with precautions, they're less likely to become infected with the COVID-19 virus. But what he failed to mention was that New York State and Governor Cuomo, in fact, they did target the elderly. They did target them, just like DeSantis did, but there was a difference, a very decided difference. Rather than targeting the elderly in New York State in the nursing homes to try and prevent them from getting the virus, to save them, like DeSantis was doing in Florida, Sean Hannity failed to mention that Governor Cuomo was, in fact, targeting the elderly in the nursing homes in order to get them infected, in order to increase the number of deaths, knowing full well, and Cuomo had to know this. Is he really as dumb as his brother? Is Andrew Cuomo as dumb as Chris Cuomo? Because obviously what was happening here was that Governor Cuomo and the state of New York were targeting the elderly, not to save them or to protect them or to prevent their infection, but targeting them so that they would get infected, thus raising the death rate in New York State to justify all of the shutdowns and all of the draconian measures that are being taken by the state of New York in regards to protecting people from the COVID-19 virus, and also to justify the continued shutdown of businesses to create more economic turmoil in the state, thereby giving him a good excuse and a good reason to demand that the federal government bail out the state of New York as a result of all the economic troubles that they're experiencing. So that's one of my problems. You know, besides the fact that Hannity is promoting the wearing of the masks and things like that, which is fine. I don't care about that. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. I choose not to for a number of different reasons, not the least of which it's not going to help. It's not going to prevent me from getting COVID, and it's not going to prevent me from spreading it were I to be infected with it. If I were infected with COVID, believe me, I wouldn't be going anywhere but my bed. I would be in bed, and that's all there is to it. So if you just joined me on this little Facebook Live, go back and watch the whole thing. Once I finish it here, go back and watch the whole thing so you'll understand what I'm saying is that when Hannity talks about DeSantis, Governor DeSantis in Florida, targeting the elderly to prevent them from catching coronavirus, that's a very good thing. But what he failed to mention is that Andrew Cuomo was also targeting the elderly in an attempt by putting people with active infections in those nursing homes. He was targeting the elderly, but for the opposite reasons that DeSantis was, in that Governor Cuomo was targeting the elderly to get them infected so they would die. And I believe that 100%. All right. So I got to go. I got to run. I got to get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. Share this video. See ya.